Alrighty, let's go ahead here with personal reading order number 84. 84, you'd like to know what is coming your way this week. Let us see. All right. So it seems like there's an opportunity coming forward here this week for you to overcome some sort of challenge and like be an active participant in choosing to overcome this energy. So with the Justice card as well as with this Queen of Wands, there is energy around you that's wanting for you to be in this place of like passion pursuit, to go after the things that you want, to be confident about the energy around you, to feel like there's a sense of direction forward. It wants you to be in this Queen of Wands energy, which is very, very confident in terms of forward movement. And so when we see that energy coming forward here with the idea of the Six of Swords, we're having an opportunity to like overcome some sort of challenge, overcome some sort of difficulty, find direction and movement forward, and feel like communication is better. Feel like you are having a better flow with your ideas. Your ideas just in general come to you a little bit more, right? There's a sense of like creating movement. Now, we do have this back and forth energy that comes forward here when we have the Devil card come forward with the Lovers, because on one hand, we have a lot of restriction. We have a sense of uncertainty. We feel a little bit of a pullback. And then on the other hand, we feel this passion, excitement, desire, and opportunity come forward. So it seems like what's coming your way is an opportunity here to work through this energy, to find that sense of direction forward, feel that push and pull, but also be, putting yourself into a place to feel confident to overcome challenges and feel confident about the direction that you're headed into and feel like everything is kind of paying off or everything is having this forward momentum to work for the betterment of you instead of feeling held back or chained down to situations, circumstances, or even people. It's like having an opportunity here to move forward in a place that feels like you are in control and you can get that sense of flow going. That's what I see coming forward here. An opportunity to exercise that idea. So let's go ahead and see. Should you get the business package? Let us see. All right, so I would say yes based on this combination, but I would say when it comes out like this style, think of it as though it doesn't hold all the answers. So when the Lovers card with the Two of Cups comes forward, it says that this is a really good choice to navigate yourself forward into. Especially with the Hermit card, it's going to lead you to the direction that's going to be for the betterment of you. So it's taking steps to get to where you need to go. So that's great. We want to see that energy coming forward here. And with the Six of Cups, we'll look back on it like it's building up to where we need to be, or that it's going to help us kind of work on all that we've put time and effort into thus far, right? It's going to kind of help the energy that we already have in motion. But the Four of Pentacles can say that there can be certain portions of it that can actually hold us back, or certain portions of it that we might hold on to that we think holds the answers, but it kind of creates this sort of scarcity mentality, or can create the sense of like stuckness. So I would say yes, go ahead with it. It looks like it can build you up. It looks like it could be a good choice and a good direction forward. But don't view it as though it holds all of the answers. Allow this to kind of be something that gets that like if you're thinking like a bicycle, it gets that next push in the wheel, so to speak, right? Rather than looking at it as though it is something that is the crossing the finish line sort of action. So I would say yes based off of this combination, but allow yourself to be in the place of like using it to kind of propel you up or work with it rather than looking at it as like a level. Look at it as like a step in the staircase. That's kind of what I see this energy coming forward here. So I would say yes, it's not going to hold all of the answers, but it's definitely going to lead you into a direction here that's going to get you to where you want to go, is what I would say. So let's see what's coming your way for the month of October. And if anybody is interested in having a personal reading here today, check out the website, temperanceandsage.com. We are doing the live personal readings here right now if you are interested in having a personal reading here today. Alrighty, so what is coming your way for the month of October? We definitely see a lot of planning and new beginnings here. The Hermit, as well as this Two of Wands, wants to push you forward. It wants to push you ahead. It wants to have this sense of like direction and opportunity for more. So this energy is very much talking about like the rest of the month. We're figuring out what steps that we want to take. How do we want to move forward? Where do we want to see ourselves go? How do we want to find our actions kind of pile up for a better tomorrow, right? It's like wanting these things to kind of build up for the better. I'm really thinking about where are we, finding ourselves move forward into? Where are we trying to navigate our pathway towards? With the Six of Pentacles, we're seeing a very balanced energy come forward, but it can also mean that you are finding yourself pour into other activities or other situations. So I would say don't overdo it for the month of October, because this King of Wands is going to bring forward a lot of confidence, a lot of passion. So you're going to feel like you can tackle a lot, but with that Six of Pentacles, pouring into a lot of things can leave you feeling very spread thin. So I would watch that. It does look like there's going to be a lot going on for you. And as you find yourself in control of your energy, you are going to be in a place that's very prosperous because you're putting time and effort into things that matter. But you may find that you want to put time and effort into everything, and that's where we can find things go a little bit wonky. The Fool does give forward these new beginnings, so you might find opportunities here to move forward in new ways, get excited about new directions, and feel yourself pulled into maybe collaborating with other people or just connecting with other people in general. And the more people that you connect with here as well in the month, the more you're going to kind of reflect that onto yourself and say, well, maybe I've learned this from that person and that from this person, or this person can help me get into that direction. And so you start to kind of expand and open up and reflect on where you want to go based off of how you're connecting with other people as well. So that's what I would say as to what you have going on here for the rest of October. It looks quite nice. A lot of expansion, a lot of movement, self-reflection here, and really planning for the future. But again, kind of watch your energy, because you might find yourself want to like pour into a lot with all the opportunities coming your way. And with the King of Wands, we can find ourselves be like confident, but confident to the point where we can overdo it. So let's go ahead here with 85. 85, you'd like to know thoughts and feelings today. Let us see. All right. So this seems to be thinking about connecting with you and how they're wanting to have an opportunity to connect, but they're not quite sure if you two are going to see eye to eye on certain things. With the idea of the Lovers card coming forward, they're saying that there's so many different directions that connecting can go forward into, and they're thinking about all these different directions. If I offer Ace of Cups this sort of direction to you, how is that going to move forward? And if I offer this other, direction, how is that going to happen? The Queen of Swords can be that they're very strict in their mind here right now when it comes to that they're not really trying to follow that emotional pull with you. So they'll kind of putting the emotions on the back burner and just trying to be very logical when it comes to thinking about how to connect, which may be why we see this Five of Swords energy coming forward here, more so thinking about the points where the two of you differ rather than thinking about the points where the two of you can connect. But I do see this overall energy coming forward here of like thinking about how to connect with you, how to move forward, how to bring in more of like an openness or a sense of flow or just kind of goodwill between the two of you, but also thinking strongly about how the two of you differ here right now, and kind of thinking about how they can maybe meet the expectations that you have or kind of talk to you clearly. That's kind of how I see this energy coming ahead here. So let's go ahead and see. Will he text you back? Let us see. All right. So I do see you. I do see him texting you back. Don't know why that was so difficult. But this Nine of Wands is going to say that it's going to happen probably not at a time frame that you would deem acceptable or a time frame that you would want, because the Nine of Wands can feel like we're very much closed out to our desire, and feeling like we can't really make something happen here when it comes to moving forward. It just kind of makes things be a little bit difficult, right? And so when we get into this Lovers card, it's like them going back and forth and thinking about how we're going to move ahead, or how we're going to make something happen, or how we're going to kind of create the sense of flow. But it's not necessarily coming forward here in terms of like, that they know exactly on how they maybe want to make something happen, because the Lovers card is like we're thinking about the different ways that we can make something happen. The Ace of Cups, we want goodness to come forward, but we don't overly know. The World does say that we want to close out an old way of doing things. With this Four of Wands, the opportunity here to kind of create the sense of stability or create the sense of connection. So it's like they're wanting to reach out, wanting to connect, wanting to get that sense of flow, but just kind of being a little bit unsure about maybe the choices to make around the idea of communicating. Like, how do I respond? How do I get the conversation to kind of move in a different direction? There could be a little bit of hesitancy that way, but I overall see him texting you back, yes, because there is a desire to connect. So that's what I would say. So these are paid personal readings. These are not free. These are not for the collective. If you'd like to have a personal reading here today, you can go ahead and visit my website, temperanceandsage.com, for the live personal readings. But again, these are paid personal readings. These are not free. I will go ahead and post a link for the live readings in the chat. It is already in the description box if you'd like to purchase. But again, these are paid personal readings. These are not free. No, but you would think I'm in a kindergarten teacher with the amount of times that I have to tell other people that their comments are unnecessary or direct them to the description box. So maybe in kindergarten, but probably as the teacher. So if anybody is interested in having a personal reading here today, go ahead and check out the website, temperanceandsage.com. We are doing the live personal readings here right now. So if you are interested in having a personal reading here today, check it out, temperanceandsage.com, for the live personal readings. Alrighty, let's go ahead here for reading number 86. 86, you would like to know. Let me see here. Thoughts and feelings, let's see. All right. So the thought process with this card is very much, how can I create some sort of action here that's going to have the momentum towards happiness? The Ten of Cups wants happiness. The Four of Wands wants happiness. The Ten of Cups is more happiness in the long haul versus the Four of Wands is more happiness of today. And we're just thinking about how can we get that action to get that ball moving, right? The Magician wants something in our own power, something of our own control to spark up a new direction, spark up an opportunity. So this is them thinking, I'd like to do something. I would personally like to take an action so that it comes across as a Knight of Wands, confident, passionate, exciting, maybe even a little bit adrenaline driven or flirtatious, to kind of get this ball moving. Eight of Pentacles. And we want to do it with the Eight of Pentacles in a way that can kind of create that momentum. We don't want just a flood and spark of energy to make something happen and then it doesn't do anything. We want to instead have this opportunity that creates this momentum, creates this passion, and then continues that momentum forward, right? It's getting the ball rolling. It's something that's sustainable. We can continue to see rewards come forward from this action, or we can continue to do this action not just the one time, but multiple times over. And we can create the happiness. We can create a good outcome in terms of doing so. So I see them being in a place of really just thinking about how to create a sense of flow with you, how to create a connection, how to create value, starting from one action that can kind of lead it all in that direction of getting the ball rolling. So this is a feeling of excitement, passion, desire. It's not necessarily like a hasty energy, like it's not a nervous energy, we have to make something happen today, but we're more so kind of in this excitement of we want to make that one action be great. So we have I Can't Leave You. They have a strong energy here of wanting to connect with you, a desire to be around you. We're going to see that through the Magician as well. We also have I Fall Asleep Wishing You Were Here. That can be the Ten of Cups energy, longing for connection, longing for closeness, wanting to have that sort of happily ever after energy. We also have Waited Long Enough That I Can't Even Call You. This can come forward in the Magician. Wanting to make sure we're taking the right action, wanting to make sure we're moving forward in a way that is going to be within our power and not just doing any old random action that's not going to kind of create momentum. We want to make sure we're choosing the right one. Also have I Sent You Some Signs. This can come forward with the Magician as well, since the Magician can use anything within its power to make something happen. They could be sending you signs or signals rather than just reaching out to you in the physical, so that you do know that this energy is trying to get itself moving. Then we also have I See You as a Soulmate. That can come forward as Four of Wands and Ten of Cups, as seeing you as somebody that's important or pivotal in their energy to connect with, somebody that can bring forward a lot of happiness, closeness, somebody who can be important to them when it comes to moving ahead in life and their personal connections. So that's what I would say here based off of these cards. So if anybody is interested in having a personal reading here today, check out the website, temperanceandsage.com. We are doing the live personal readings here right now. So if you are interested in having a personal reading here today, check it out, temperanceandsage.com for the live personal readings. Let's go ahead here for 87. 87, you'd like to know, is there anything Chris would like for you to know? Let us see. All right, So they're trying to find a bit of a balance in life, and that can make things a little bit difficult when it comes to connecting. The Six of Pentacles, as well as this Four of Cups energy, can say that they're trying to figure out how to balance moving forward in the idea of new and creation of opportunities and their kind of comfort zone of the past. So they might fall into old patterns or old behaviors just because it's kind of comfortable for them to do so, rather than for them to just go ahead and take action in new ways, especially with the Seven of Cups coming forward, where they may not know what to do. And they may not know if an action can be actually possible to take, or if it's going to be something that kind of leads them into fantasy land. Because the Seven of Cups can be a card that comes forward here with like the idea of illusions. And so we can get into this place of theorizing or fantasizing about all the different possibilities and all the different directions and all the different ways that something could happen. But then we get into a place of wondering, is it even possible? And so when we get into this Four of Cups energy, we're wanting to create the new, we're wanting to have something happen, but we fall into what we know is true, which can be more past behavior, because it's more comfortable to do so rather than to try something new. So they can fall into old patterns just based off of comfort and because they're not sure what is possible when it comes to moving forward. The Four of Swords, though, especially with the Hierophant, says that they are trying to think of long-term patterns or long-term ways of moving forward. They want to be able to find themselves to kind of commit to a direction rather than to flip-flop around as they try to figure out what is the best way of moving forward. So they're trying to figure it out. They're trying to kind of stand on their own, or they're trying to kind of pick a direction of moving forward, pick a cup, so to speak, with a Seven of Cups, rather than flip-flop on all the different possibilities that are there and then kind of thinking about what can happen. They're trying to be in a place here of thinking about the one direction so that they can go ahead and maybe offer that one direction, figure that one thing out so that they can then move forward in that way, rather than getting stuck on all the different possibilities. But Six of Pentacles, they're looking to connect, they're looking to see some sort of give and take and flow between the two of you, but they're still trying to figure out how to kind of get that movement or how to kind of get that flow when they're just not quite sure on what is truly possible. So that's what I would say here with this combination. So if anybody is interested in having a personal reading here today, check out the website, temperanceandsage.com. We are doing the live personal readings here right now. So if you're interested in having a personal reading here today, check it out, temperanceandsage.com for the live personal readings. No worries. Thank you as well for allowing me to do this reading for you. And we currently don't have anybody in the queue. So if anybody is interested, oh, we do now have somebody in the queue. If anybody is interested in having a personal reading here today, check out the website, temperanceandsage.com. We are doing the live personal readings here right now. So if you would like to have a personal reading here today, check it out, temperanceandsage.com for the live personal readings. What did I do here? All right, 88. Let's go ahead here for 88. You'd like to know, what is their energy towards you? All right, So they're very much in a place of wanting to take action. The Page of Pentacles, especially with seeing all these other pentacles come around, and then the idea of the Emperor with stability, wants to kind of show up in a valuable way. So they're really kind of being in this place of like thinking, how can I be open to you? How can I connect with you? How can I bring forward some sort of point of structure, value? How can I bring forward some sort of trust? How can I show you that I'm present? Because the Emperor wants that stability to come forward, and they want to be able to like stand to their word. Six of Pentacles wants interaction, it wants flow, it wants connection. And the Nine of Pentacles comes forward as like recognizing you as somebody who can stand on their own or can provide a lot of value to themselves, somebody who is very skilled and admirable, right? And so we're wanting to kind of add to your life in some sort of way or bring you value. And we're thinking about how can we go ahead and do that. So their energy is very much open to you. It's very slow though. It's not really trying to come forward in an overly quick manner. Pentacles are going to be so slow, and then also having the Wheel of Fortune come forward, which is more of divine timing, it's going to come forward incredibly slowly. So they're kind of like snail pace here towards you, but very much being open with the desire for flow, connection, wanting to come forward here as very trustworthy, offering stability. It could even be offering apology in one way or another here with the idea of the Page of Pentacles, but very much in a place of like wanting to have flow or connection come ahead here between the two of you. So we have, I'll keep your number saved. This is kind of like saying, I will reach out to you, so don't worry. Especially when we have the Page of Pentacles, it's a slow energy. It's not something that's trying to come forward lightning speed. This is very, very slow, but with the Fated energy coming forward here with the Wheel of Fortune, it can feel like there's something larger than themselves that's trying to bring this forward. Then we also have I Know I'm a Mess, which is very interesting, having the Emperor come forward, but maybe that's why they're bringing forward this Pentacle, to like show that they can be the Emperor, show that they can have structure to them, especially with the mess energy coming ahead. If they feel like they could have done something in a bit of a better way, and now they're trying to show these Pentacles, it can be like, I'm trying to show up, I'm trying to show you that I'm present, especially if they're coming forward from an energy of like not having known what is the best thing to do or what's the best way to come forward. I don't know, I'm a mess. Now I have to show you that I can be present, right? There can be that sort of energy that's coming ahead here. And let us grab our last card. We have Unconditional, which is very interesting, but it does come forward through the idea of the Emperor, of wanting to show that they can be present, wanting to show that they can offer without expecting anything in return. So I see their energy being very open to you here right now. It's very much in a place of wanting to take action, wanting to create structure, stability, flow of trust, but wanting to do so slowly. I really don't see them being in a rush energy, and kind of leaning on the idea of divine timing here as well when it comes to connecting with you. So that's what I would say. So if anybody is interested in having a personal reading here today, check out the website, temperanceandsage.com. We are doing the live personal readings here right now, and we are on 89. 89, you'd like to know, what is their next step here coming towards you? Let us see. All right, so they do want to come towards you here, but they haven't quite decided on the next step. The Seven of Cups is going to come forward as a card of many options, but also a card of illusions, where we're trying to figure out what is truly possible with the idea of connecting. So they're in a place of wanting to take action, Queen of Pentacles, wanting to provide security, wanting to provide comfort, wanting to be in your energy, right? This is very much in a place of wanting to comfort or care or, stabilize things, especially with the Knight of Pentacles, kind of get the ball rolling in a good direction. But we don't know what that is going to be, especially with the idea of the Eight of Cups. When it comes to the idea of taking a next step, we're taking a leap of faith, so to speak, with the Eight of Cups. We don't really know where something's going to go next. And the Seven of Cups comes forward with this idea of multiple different directions. So we're kind of saying, well, I want something to feel stable. I want you to feel cared for, but I don't really know how that's going to go. And if I take a particular action, I don't really even know how it's going to play out, right? Even if I figure out what action to take, I don't know how the next steps from there are really going to go forward. So it kind of leaves a sense of uncertainty. The Temperance card, though, does want to have balance, but it's also asking for patience. So right now I see them wanting to take some sort of step to bridge the gap between the two of you to make things feel stable, but they're asking for patience because they really don't know what step that's going to be in order to get to that direction, but they're just wanting something to feel stable or something to feel connected or something to kind of bring in balance between the two of you. They're just really looking for balance and something to kind of build up from there with, but they don't know what's going to get that first domino moving, so to speak. So wanting to take some sort of action that can create trust, structure, and maybe even some comfort there to just get the ball rolling in a direction that feels like it's moving forward rather than something that feels up in the air or uncertain. So let's go ahead here with 90. 90, you'd like to know, how does he perceive your energy towards him? Let us see. All right, so this is a hopeful but also a little bit of a lost opportunity. When we have the Five of Cups energy coming forward, it's like a wish or a want for closeness or to get back to the past, get to a different sense of direction, but not really seeing the opportunity that's there. So they kind of see you in a place of feeling like a longing or feeling like a desire, but also kind of a sense of restriction, especially when we see the Seven of Wands come forward. It's like the thing that I'm imagining or envisioning is when we want to say something to somebody, but we bite our tongue or we stop the conversation or we don't allow something to flow. And it's kind of like that sort of lost opportunity or lost direction or, want for more, but we kind of put up a defenses. So we have this sense of like, just 1 second here. All right, so when we have this energy coming forward here, we're in a place of like putting up the defenses with the Seven of Wands, where we're wanting to have more, but it's kind of closed out. And so they feel that sense of like partial resistance. But with the Magician, we have this excitement for more, or we have this passion for more. So it's like they feel goodwill and the willingness to work on something, or the willingness to connect with this Eight of Pentacles, where we feel the sense of like flow or desire to put in time, effort, and energy. And even the idea with the Two of Wands of being able to like be flexible, I guess, when it comes to connecting and the different possibilities as to what that looks like. But there's a sense of like wanting to speak out more or wanting to connect more or wanting some sort of opportunity, but also putting up that sense of defensive restriction, I guess I should call it, when it comes to moving forward or when it comes to flow. So, it's kind of like wanting... So what I'm envisioning is kind of like when a beaver builds a dam. We have still the water on the other side. It's just kind of stopped flowing, but there's still the pool there, right? So it's kind of like they're feeling that you're okay with the pool, right? Magician as well as the Eight of Pentacles and the Two of Wands. We're okay working with the pool, but we would like the water to flow, right? We would like to remove that dam, remove that sort of energy there of resistance and kind of have something flow more freely. And they feel that sort of element there. They feel that sort of resistance, but they also feel that openness from you to be kind of in a place of flow or to be in a place of opportunity. That's kind of how I see that energy coming forward here. Alrighty, let's go ahead here with 91. 91, let me read for a hot second. So let's see if they like you more as a friend. No worries. Thank you as well for allowing me to do your reading for you. And I apologize about the dogs. I literally do not know what gets into them. One second they're lying down fine. Next second they're running around like chickens with their heads cut off. So let's go ahead and see for 91 if they like you more than a friend. And I can feel a sneeze coming on, so I do apologize if I sneeze and I don't get away from the microphone quick enough here. So we have the Sun card coming forward, and the Sun is the absolute only card that I use to signify a yes to the question that is being asked. And so we would say yes. Now, the Five of Wands, though, can be a very hesitant card. We're wanting to overcome this sort of restriction or hesitant energy, but we may not be able to kind of for sure know how to make that happen. So I would say this is yes, but like not wanting to chance the connection between the two of you, the friendship, especially when it comes to the idea of the Wheel of Fortune there. We're kind of in a place of like wanting to see if the divine will allow it, or kind of giving the control to something beyond ourselves. Yeah, Two of Swords with the Tower comes forward in a place of saying, yeah, I feel this way, but I don't want things to collapse and burn, right? It's kind of a little bit dramatic with the Tower energy coming forward here, but it kind of comes forward in a sense of like the one decision could possibly put the friendship in a bit of a different light. And so in one sense, we're wanting to be successful, right? Six of Wands, we're wanting to see the flow, we're wanting to see the good energy, we're wanting to see the possibilities come forward here. But at the same time, we're quite worried about the collapse of the friendship. The Queen of Cups brings forward a lot of caring, nurturing, desirable energy. So this is very much a yes, but there's a strong hesitant energy coming ahead. We're very hesitant to make that decision, take that action, and then what do we do with our friendship if things fail, right? That's kind of what I see coming forward here. So the Sun, again, is the absolute only card that I use to signify a yes to the question that is being asked. And so this would say, yeah, we do feel more. We do feel this desire. Queen of Cups, we feel very loving, caring, nurturing energy that comes forward there too. So this is a very good light. It's not just, oh, I feel more than friends because I feel lust. No, this is I feel more than friends because I feel a sense of care or deeper emotion. So it's a very good card combination to have. But again, it seems like they're a little bit worried or a little bit unsure when it comes to moving forward, of taking that chance or trying to kind of initiate something, because they are afraid of things kind of collapsing, right? When we get to that Tower, we're building something up only for it to fall down. So we're building up that friendship only to, if things go wrong, ruin the friendship, right? The Tower would be like tearing down all the things that we've built up thus far. So they're kind of in a sense of saying, yes, I feel this way, but I'm worried about the collapse. But yeah, everything else is coming forward in a great manner. So I would say, yes, they do feel for you more than a friend. So if anybody is interested in having a personal reading here today, check out the website, temperanceandsage.com. We are doing the live personal readings here right now. So if you're interested in having a personal reading here today, check it out, temperanceandsage.com for the live personal readings.